Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Premier.
Women across Ontario have fought really hard for their reproductive rights. Conservative MPPs joined an anti-choice rally outside Queen's Park just now, and they told the protester, "We pledge to fight to make abortion unthinkable in our lifetime." Does the Premier support his MPPs?
And the women.
Questions to the Premier.
Minister of Energy.
Referred to the Minister of Energy, Northern Development and Mines.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Of course, we're protecting what matters, Mr. Speaker. We're focused on a healthcare system that addresses the needs of every person who lives in Ontario. We're concerned, Mr. Speaker, for example, that a job-killing regressive carbon tax would compromise the resources of hospitals and medical clinics across this province and across Northern Ontario, Mr. Speaker, to serve the needs of the people of Ontario. Moving forward, Mr. Speaker, we're protecting and investing in education, in healthcare, Mr. Speaker, protecting seniors, and making sure that the people of Ontario have the access to the health services and programs they deserve. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. I'd like to go back to the Premier, and I fail to see how this had anything to do with the question that I asked. So the Premier has been less than clear on this issue. He has courted the support of the anti-choice activists, and I'm asking him this morning, will he stand here today and say that he refutes his MPP's comments and support a woman's right to choose?
Members, please take your seats. Question been referred to the Minister of Energy.
Mr. Speaker, our priority is protecting what matters most to Ontarians, most to Northern Ontario, where sometimes programs and services and access to them can be compromised. We're concerned about a $27 million cut the federal government has made by invoking the job-killing regressive carbon tax on our healthcare system here in Ontario, Mr. Speaker. We're creating new long-term care beds. We're investing, Mr. Speaker, in all sorts of healthcare programs that are particularly going to benefit the people of Northern Ontario. And moving forward, we will use every tool at our disposal, Mr. Speaker, to ensure that when it comes to access to health programs and services, particularly for Northern Ontario, Mr. Speaker, as I speak through you to the member from Nickel Belt, we stand together on this side of the House and with our other members over there to ensure that the people of Ontario have the access to health services and programs that they need and deserve, no matter where they live in this great, beautiful province, Mr. Speaker.